All right, so we're working in the shop today. Stella's off sniffing the grass someplace on the property. And what are we working on? Let's see, what we got? I got cars all around here. We got cars. Oh yeah, we're working on the Subaru 360. That is almost finished. I can't wait to debut that. That's been in here almost a month. It's a pretty good car, but it needed everything. Brakes, tires, lights, hoses, belts, the works needed to run. But we're going to work on something a little different. So in the corner of the shop here, actually in the middle of the shop, but it's kind of been covered up, is my old Messerschmitt. It's 2-cycle. And I got the hood up, which is actually the back of the car. And the battery that's in the car, in the side here, is an X-side, and if I'm looking correctly at the date stamp, it's August 2007. So I restored this car in 2007 in September, so I bought the battery probably before. I think it's done. It's been a good battery, but I mean, that's what is that, 8 years on typically a 2-year-old battery. It's done very well. So I've got one of these new batteries. It's got more power. It's the same size. This is a 435 cold cranking amp interstate. So we're going to put that in and see if we can fire this thing up. We might take it for a drive depending on the weather, but I thought I'd give a little insight of what this car is. We're looking at the engine. We're going straight for the guts of the car. It's a 2-cylinder, it's a 2-cycle, 1-cylinder, 191cc SOX engine. You can see that on there. It's air cooled. It draws in air from this side here. There's a fan, blows air across the top and out the side there. This is the carburetor inlet here. There's a K&N air filter within this housing, which draws in cool air from this vent here. And it exhausts right out this pipe, right out the back. It's pretty cool. 4 speeds forward, 4 speeds reverse. That black box there is your electronics control for all your relays. And this is the framework. It's chain driven. The chain is within this case here, which turns the rear wheel. This is your rear suspension. The gas tank is here. And when you put the lid down, or the engine cover, you can move into the passenger compartment, and you've got a steering yoke there, mechanical brakes all the way around, all 3 wheels, cable operated. There's your gear shift lever, and your mistress or your girlfriend or your wife or your partner or kids, whatever, fits in the back seat here. There's a little storage compartment in here when this is down, and the cabin closes on top of you, and away you go. You can go up to 70 miles an hour if you can hang on for the ride. I don't know that we're going to do that today, but let's take a look at the front here if I can get around. Just got the tires aired up. Here's our little bug eye front end. Needs a little polish. It's very dusty. I'm embarrassed. With my garage restoration, the car has had to languish here over the winter, but at least it stayed warm and dry, and that's always good. So let's put that battery in and see what happens. Okay, so we got our new larger battery in our Messerschmitt here. Got the positive marked because I can never tell what's positive and negative when I go to charge the battery. We got our fancy dancy bungee cord because the original strap won't reach. It's for a motorcycle battery. The original battery is motorcycle size, so that means the size is about this tall. I like having the oversized battery just for knowing I've got extra capacity. So let's see what's next to do here. What's next to do? I think I know. We're gonna put the lid down here. Let's see how much fuel we got in here. It's been about a year since I drove this thing. Okay, how much fuel we got in there? Can you see the fuel in there? The tank is not rusted. It's just below the reservoir or the reserve lever. Reserve suction point, I guess. Call that. The gas is on. Let's see if we got battery power. Yes, we do. Okay, it should be in neutral. Let's put the brake on just to make sure. Handbrake is on. Choke is on. Let's see what happens here. Spins over fast. Don't have any fuel though. Oh, there we go. Our e-brake is on, so that means the brake lights are on. It's running. Yeah, she's gonna run. Let's get the gas pedal. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. She's gonna run. Okay, we just filled the shop full of two-stroke smoke, and we're gonna let that clear out. Stella's gonna chew on her bone, show us what she's got there. Looks mighty tasty. We're gonna let this clear out before we take this thing for a drive. I'm gonna get some other chores done, and hopefully the sun comes out and we can go for a ride. All right, so we were gonna take this Messerschmitt for a drive, but it has since started raining. I'm not into getting my Messerschmitt all wet. However, this little Subaru 360 is getting closer and closer, and I know I've been threatening you for a totalitarian test drive. In other words, this car has been here for a month. It's been completely refurbished. I don't think the guy really knew what he got when he bought it because it needed a lot of work, and I'm the guy to fix it. I don't think anybody else can do what I do, but that's just me. I just filled up the gearbox. The fill level plug is right there where my finger is. It only had about maybe that much, half the gearbox oil in the transmission as it needed. I think it's got a leak here someplace. I've seen it drip. But over time it's gotten low, and we don't want to blow up the transmission on our test drive. Everything else looks pretty good. There is a bit of an issue here with this wheel bearing that makes a popping noise that concerns me. But everything else is working. We got the e-brakes restored. We got the regular brakes restored. We got it lined, in alignment, wheel bearings packed. The brakes are bled. The engine now runs. The muffler has been reconnected. The gasket donut here was completely missing, so all the exhaust was blowing out. The muffler is full of oil from when it was running poorly, and this is not the correct muffler, so it's going to smoke like crazy. All the engine bits and bobs are back in place. You can see I've installed a couple of new things there. I've got the hood prop fixed. So let's get this thing down and take it for a drive. This car does have wipers, so if it does start pouring on us, we shouldn't be in too bad a shape. I'll give you another tip and trick about Subaru 360s, and actually a lot of old cars. See these wiper blades here? These are probably 11-inch long blades. They're not replaceable anymore. You used to be able to buy the whole metal thing. Now what we do is we just replace the refill part. So you can go to your local parts store and get like a 24-inch Anco refill like these, and you pull them out and you just cut them in half, or cut them to 11 inches long, let's say, and you can bend the end up here, slide the new one in, and then bend the end back. It's kind of a trick on refreshing your wiper blades. Being that it's probably going to rain, I polished the glass and I put on the new wiper blades, so we should be good. No scratching of the very rare windshield. See if I can open this. Which key is it? As if somebody's going to steal our gas. This lid, the spring doesn't hold it up, so I think I'm going to need 2 hands to fill it. Goigle, goigle, goigle. It's going in there. Okay, I think it's time. It's time for the maiden voyage. Let's see if this thing will start and run on its own. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty smoky. Notice how the clutch pedal matches the brake pedal now. It's not flopping all the way over. The pedal used to be way down here. You have to push it like 6 inches. We've got headlights, we've got brake lights, we've got turn signals. We need an ignition key, of course. Fits. These are really unique keys, by the way. The Subaru factory keys. They say Subaru on them. Like that. They're really hard to get remade. Nobody makes the blanks anymore. Okay, so let's put a little choke on. We'll turn the key. You can hear that new solenoid I put on click, let the fuel flow, and it should be out of gear. Yep, fired right up. It's running on one cylinder. Let's see if we can clear that out. Let's get it into reverse. Come on, baby. Sometimes you got to go in forwards to get it in reverse. Oh boy, stop smoking. Let's. Oh, clutch is really grabby. Let's let her warm up here a little bit. What do you think, Stella? She's smoking a little bit. Not too bad. I think it's time to go. Take her on a little test drive. This will be the maiden voyage. Let's make sure our front trunk is closed. It is. Look at that cute little car. Stella, you want to go for a ride? No, you don't. It is a little smoky, but you can notice she's idling. The carburetor was completely full of rust. Got the idle circuit unclogged. It's actually running pretty good. It's pretty quiet. That turbo muffler actually impresses me. It's not the right fit, but it's nice and quiet. Whew, I don't know what kind of oil's in that thing. He's a little smoky. Let's take her around the block. Turn signal's working? Yep. Oh yeah. She's pretty fouled up. Needs a good run. Okay. So we'll stay ahead of our smoke. Let's see the smoke in the mirror. Nah, probably not. Oh. That's a smoke screen. Oh my goodness. Here, we'll drive back. Whoa. She's pretty fouled up. Oh my goodness. Look at that smoke coming out the window. Whoops. Popped out a second. That's weird. Hope that's not going to be a problem. Well, so far we're doing all right. Well, it's a good thing we got good brakes. It's not smoking as much now, which is nice. I hope. So do a U-turn here. Wheel bearings popping a little bit. Don't like that. Still smoking like crazy. Look at that thing. That's a smoker. Jeez, look at the smoke screen. Oh well, I hope this thing clears out. I think it will once it gets warmed up. Try it around a little more. Clutch is a little grabby. But we're back on 2 cylinders and she's running pretty good. Oh my goodness. Look at that smoke. Oh, she's a smoker. Let's see if I can get in here. This may be the smokiest one. That I've ever driven. Woo! Little smoker. I hope that clears out. I'm going to keep driving a little bit, see if we can get her to clear out a little bit. Okay, I've driven this thing around quite a bit more, and she's still smoking. There's an issue. I think somebody's put motor oil. I mean, there's oil actually shooting out the exhaust onto the ground. I think somebody's put motor oil in the 2-stroke oil bottle. It smells like motor oil, like 4-stroke oil. So I may have to drain that and put in smokeless synthetic. See if that helps. She smokes like crazy. Oh my gosh, this is the worst smoking one yet.